So what we're really fighting for in this world, not in this world, in this country, everybody's paying tax, and that money is circulating amongst us, across the country, across the province. And in the process of that money being circulated across provinces, across business sectors, the government sector, and all those state-owned enterprises and the NGOs, SARS still makes money, and at the same time, the government still makes money from those taxes. And then here are the government officials who thinking they are smart. They are like, hey man, do you know how much you can get from the government if you can just implement a certain proposal to the government, as long as it looks like you are trying to work for the people, to the people, by the people, government is going to fund you. With whose money? The taxpayers' money. That's what I'm trying to say. So all our money that we pay from your income tax, your value added tax, your fuel tax, it comes back again to us in a form of a salary if you're working for the government. And at the same time, they're still gonna take more taxes from you, and it goes back to SARS again. And I've realized that it is said that if SARS is wrong, you can take it to court, right? But I've never heard anybody that says I've taken SARS to court, because in most cases we all tend to think that SARS is never wrong. Did you know that if SARS is delaying to refund you your money, you can take it to court, but now you still gotta take it to the tax court? Isn't that some bullshit? Isn't that fascinating to just think that you can take this mafia bullshit to court, but at the same time, you still gotta take it to the tax court, which is owned by the government, and now we still gotta pay your attorneys and your lawyers. Meanwhile, and they're saying you better be sure that SARS is wrong, because if they find out that you are wrong, instead, already you've wasted a lot of money. You've wasted a lot of money. So tax, guys, tax every day. People are being charged tax. Do you know how many people are buying goods and services daily? Even your airtime, your data, that thing has been added tax already. You don't even know it because you think, nah, that's the price you are used to. That thing, they've already added tax on it, and then now you are already used to it being, what the fuck am I even saying? You are used to it costing that amount of money because they've already added tax on it. Once maybe the prices increases, that's where you tend to complain. I mean, I get it. Without taxpayers, the government is fucked up. The government, it ain't shit. But why does the government keep on implementing different departments that sometimes they tend to be useless? Even the sports and arts and culture. We all know that most of the sports, they are sponsored by private companies. It's not the government injecting money to improve the sports and arts and culture. Look at the media space. I mean, I have heard of people saying they've got a funding from the government to produce so and so, but there are still some more red tapes in those fundings in order to get that funding, they're going to need you a lot of paperwork. So there's bureaucracy in all this aspect in order for you to get a funding from the government. Even your bursaries, your NSFAS and shit like that. Do you know how many students are suffering to get that bursary? Even though it looks like it's working. Yes, I believe it. It makes a difference, right? But it doesn't accommodate everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. They take your money in any kind of aspect. Whether you're buying food or you paying for a certain service, they still take your money. Whether you own a house, they still take your money. Whether it's electricity, look at the electricity bill right now. So Eskom apparently is trying to generate more revenues, even though the government is still funding that company. They still try by all means to take your money. If I can tell you right now, 100 bucks, it can only buy you 40 units of electricity. 100 bucks can only buy you 40 units of electricity. No, so now tell me, where's the rest of the 60? You see, that's a daylight robbery, because if you can say it's during the night robbery, it don't make sense, because during the night we don't even have electricity. We don't even have electricity during the night because the units are high. And then the government, and I'm not the government, Eskom be saying that, our transformers are overloaded with appliances and shit like that. Please try to turn off certain things. I'm like, nigga, didn't they just fund you to make sure that the transformer doesn't burst? So why now should you control what I'm plugging in my house? If I want to plug all this shit, it's my gas, it's my electricity, I'm paying for it. And they'll be like, oh, is that so? We will show you. 100 bucks is equivalent to 40 units. And that is what, was it at Tembisa? Yeah, at Tembisa they were striking for. They were like, nah, man, this is a jack. Like, they're hijacking us right in our face. And we still gotta act like the government is doing us a favor. I'm like, you know what, nigga? Take your electricity. We don't want it no more. We can use solar. They're gonna charge you for that. If you're going for the alternatives, they always come for you. Just like how they're coming for podcasters right now. So all this bullshit, because of tax, the government doesn't want us to stop paying tax. They want more instead. The more they create jobs, is the more they're gonna get more tax. And you thinking that the more people are working is the more the standard of living improves? No. The more people are working is the more the inflation increases. The more the inflation rises. And the more the inflation rises, there's going to be that thing of the law of demand and supply. When the demand is high, reduce the supply and increase the price. There's the fiscal policy and the monetary policy, where now, when we're talking about the banks, when people have more money, what do they say? When people have more money, increase the interest rates. Is it increase or decrease? Yes, when people have more money, increase the interest rate. And when people have less money, decrease the interest rates. I don't know if anybody has realized this, but you investing your money in the bank and you getting a loan from the bank, the interest rates are not the same. If you want a loan from the bank, the interest rates are high. But if you want to invest your money, the interest rates are low. They even end up taking that money and give it to somebody who needs a loan. They're like, taxpayers makes the world go around, not money. I mean, money is a tool, but it's taxpayers, and taxpayers, it's people. So maybe we should say people make the world go around, because everybody pays tax. Everybody pays tax. All your fake cigarettes, all those bullshit, they are being charged tax. Whether you know it or not, because it might be cheap to produce fake cigarettes, right? But if it's that cheap, now let's try to increase its price. It doesn't have to be equivalent to the original cigarettes, but the fact that it's almost similar. There's some fucking tax added in that thing. What's it called? Sin tax. You also got your sin tax. So you drinking that alcohol, that motherfucker has been charged tax. It's been added tax already. So I don't know. Should the government just keep on increasing these fucking taxes? Or, because guess what? Without taxpayers, the government is fucked, like I said. It's fucked, man. But then anyways, I just wanted to break down certain things, like your tax payers and how much SARS is making a year, and how does the money circulate across the country and across individuals. Whether you think you know it or not, you motherfuckers pay tax. But anyways, this is me and this is you. I'm out like a motherfucker, man. Peace out.
Trejo Tebucho from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung. Trejo Tebucho from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung.
We live in a world where the system and capitalism turns a blind eye on its hoi polloi, as we all know that nothing is permanent. I welcome you all to the LungTrey segment, where we're gonna talk, share, listen, and laugh if it's laughable. So sit back, relax. I'm your host, Trader Table here. See you soon.